is Tuesday, February 10th, 2021. This is the Early Edge powered by SportsLine. We are in your feed every single day before 11 a.m., and we do it all in 10 minutes or less. The clock is running, so let's get to it. Let's bring in my cappers. Coming off a ho-hum, bad beat type of Tuesday. We've got positive attitudes. You see the face right below me, and you know what that means. It's Wednesday. It's golf. Run Rick Good. Rick G, what's up, man?
Coach, it's great. I'm sorry you guys had a tough day yesterday. We are going to bounce back and get back in the winning column right now.
And I don't think I'll be interacting with Rick today because the delay is just slightly long. All right, right next to him is M Squared. And I had two things I wanted to get to before we get to our picks, and that was what you did yesterday, Mikey. Pelicans started at -4 throughout the day. It went all the way up to -6. People need to follow you on social media because you are educating throughout the day. Very cool.
Yeah, definitely worth following on social media there. And I think the most important thing about this, Coach, is you need to turn those notifications on and get the YouTube version of this if you can, because that's going to be delivered to you the quickest. And frankly, when we do this 365 days a year, getting that early line 30 minutes before everyone on the show hits it could be the difference between winning and losing long term. So definitely turn those notifications on and make sure you're following ASAP.
Absolutely. And the second takeaway I had from last night was St. John's up 2 with the ball, and that was our play. And somebody tweeted me, but it wasn't a mean tweet. It was like, Coach, man, I was in it with you guys. And Maestro, that's the thing about it. When you do it 7 days a week, you're going to have games like that.
Yeah, and I was in it with everyone too. And I had it at +3 the night before, but when it came out on the show, it was 2.5 for 2. And so I was sweating it right with everyone. How can you not inbounds the ball? You still have a timeout. How does the freshman of the year in the Big East go without an assist? And they blew a 16-point lead, and that's just how it rolls sometimes. But we're on to today.
You're damn right, and we're in it together, people. So thank you for that nice tweet on that coming out last night. All right, it's time for storylines that could affect the betting lines. And M Squared, let's go with you.
Busy day again tonight in the NBA, Coach. So one thing that's always fun to watch is how the books adjust when Russell Westbrook plays versus he doesn't. So Westbrook's back for the Wizards tonight. Lowry is probable for the Raptors, but the Raptors might get OG Anunoby back, which would be a huge bump defensively against this Wizards team. Another piece of news, Brooklyn on the second night of a back-to-back, Kevin Durant's out again. Fire up James Harden. Should be another big game for him. And then moving out west, we've got a number of key players. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's already been ruled out for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Chris Paul is questionable. That is a big matchup with Milwaukee. That has major implications in terms of player props and DFS. And then Anthony Davis for the Los Angeles Lakers is also questionable. Once again, major implications for player props, DFS. Follow on Twitter. I will undoubtedly be releasing at least 2 player props this afternoon on Twitter.
Fantastic. And the Corn Ferry Tour kicks off their 2021 season today, and they do it at, I'm kidding. It is Pebble Beach. It is the PGA Tour. But Rick G, kind of lay people out quickly what they can expect this week and what to do with their plays.
Yeah, for sure. So Johnson was originally in this field. He withdrew on Monday evening. It completely created a crater in these betting odds. So Patrick Cantlay, Daniel Berger, they all came down significantly to go to Mikey's point about, hey, you've got to be paying attention to this. Even our friends over at William Hill let some of those lines hang out there a bit too long. And we get to iconic Pebble Beach, which has super small greens, some of the smallest greens on the PGA Tour. So you're going to either need to be able to hit those greens or be able to get up and down. So a couple of different styles of golfers that I think will find success this week.
All right, very good. We'll get back to your picks in just a little bit. But first, I want to tell you guys something that we're doing here at SportsLine. I'm very excited about. We're going to give away a free year of SportsLine, and this is all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Actually, we're going to give away 5. Now, to win, you need to head over to the Early Edge on Apple Podcasts every single day. Leave a 5-star review. Now, in the review, write down your pick to win the 2022 Super Bowl. You must leave your Twitter handle. You got to be able to get a hold of you. And that's pretty much it. Winners announced next Monday, a full year, all the cappers, all the picks as well. You don't have to use the promo code EDGE, but for those of you who don't win, use the promo code EDGE. You get 30 days for free. All right, time for our SportsLine 3 plays of the day. That's right, 3. Hawks +4 over the Mavs. That's a graded A play on the site. Also, we love college basketball overs, totals. Marquette, Villanova over 139. That is graded A. Those graded A's, 8-2 this week at the SportsLine app. And we just added it moments ago, fresh out the presses. Virginia, Georgia Tech over 127.5. That according to our good friends at William Hill. All right, here we go. Time for our board today. M Squared, give it to me.
Yeah, I'm headed to the NBA to start, Coach. I mentioned that game with lines moving when Russell Westbrook plays and when he doesn't. So I like the Toronto Raptors -5.5 here against Washington, knowing that Washington's at full strength. So when you look at some of the numbers here, the Raptors are significantly better in terms of offensive efficiency, significantly better in terms of defensive efficiency. Now they're playing against a Washington team that's going to allow them to play up in pace. That is a recipe for a disaster for the Washington Wizards. I would not be at all surprised if this turns into another 20-point blowout game in the NBA. So give me the Raptors -5.5. My median number in my simulations is -7.2. I'm hoping OG Anunoby gets ruled in, and that moves closer to -7 by the time this game tips. And then I'm going right back to the well with the Pelicans, -3. I know some of you may not like laying the road chalk, the road favorite here, but I like them -3 against the Chicago Bulls. While they're on the second night of a back-to-back, that would normally be concerning. However, it was not a real game last night. Zion played 21 minutes, Brandon Ingram 28, Eric Bledsoe 23. They did not have to play anyone big minutes. And then Lauri Markkanen and Otto Porter, both of them are still out for the Chicago Bulls. I make this game -7.2 as well. Massive edge on the -3. I think we should see some line movement this afternoon there. And then finally in golf, Harold Varner III, top 20 finish at +310. Rick will tell you a lot more about maybe why I like some of this and some of his analysis, but I like him here. He is building off of a top 15 finish last week, and the thing that we saw with him was he was consistent last week. He shot no worse than a 68. That's always kind of been the knock on Harold Varner, is he goes low one day and then he'll shoot 4 over par the next. I like the consistency. I like him to build. Give me top 20 at +310.
All right, very good. I like those 3 picks a lot. All right, it's time for the golf. Rick G, you're up, bud.
All right, so I've got 3 clicks for you here, Coach. And as much as I love Mike's Harold Varner III, mine are a couple of matchups here. So I'll be back to Alex Noren over Joel Damon. Joel Damon is off of 3 missed cuts in a row. He's a popular golfer, so that line has not moved as much as I think it should. And Alex Noren, he's going to grind. He's going to be your short game player. He's going to miss some greens. He's going to be able to get up and down. He's going to lean on that pitching wedge to make pars this week, which is going to be a good score on a lot of holes. And I'm going with Max Homa over Ricky Fowler. This is really a continual fade of Ricky Fowler, who not only has been struggling with the swing changes for over a year, but now tinkering with the putter. I don't know about you guys, but that is never a good sign of a confident putter, is when you're changing in the middle of a round to a different style of putter head. And then we've got to have a pick to win. So Sam Burns is my pick to win. He's 33-1. This number was much longer earlier in the week. And he's just an absolute ceiling guy. When he has his best stuff, he's on par with some of the other top players on the PGA Tour this calendar year. It's just the one round or maybe the 9 holes at a time has really submarined his chance at victory. But I think he breaks that and wins this week at Pebble Beach.
At some point, Rick, he's got to flip that switch for all 4 rounds, and we need to be there for it. Love those picks. All right, finally, you know what time it is. It's time for the Maestro. Go for it.
Coach, I know you're going to like this one. We're going to start off with Drake laying 9.5, coming off their first loss. They haven't covered 3 out of 4. They don't look very good. I think they got some much-needed rest. They're at home where they're undefeated, and they've only lost 1 game against the spread at home. Northern Iowa missing their leading scorer. It's a down year. Lay the 9.5 with Drake. Sam Houston State laying 11.5 to Southeastern Louisiana. They played at Southeastern Louisiana, and the Bearcats won by 18. Now they're at home. They're laying 11.5. They've covered 10 of their last 12. And Southeastern Louisiana, they're 330-something in shooting, 38% for the season. And finally, to the NBA, I love Mike's pick of the Raptors because with Westbrook, Washington is horrible, just 2-12. But I'm going to go over 30.5 for Bradley Beal. Mike talked about the pace. He's gone over this number in 5 of his last 6. I think he gets at least 31 tonight.
All right, very good. All right, it is that time. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here we go. Greg, do not call me Gary. Our producer today for the recap. Here we go. All right, M Squared likes the Raptors -5.5 against the Wizards. Pelicans -3 against the Bulls. They blew out the Rockets last night. One of our big picks here on the show. In HV3, top 20 finish at Pebble. You're getting plus money, plus 310. Then Rick G from the Pebble Beach. Take the Pro-Am out. It's just the pros. Alex Noren, -125 over Joel Damon. Damon has not been good recently at all, and Max Homa has been, and Ricky Fowler has not. So you're only laying 105? Take that. Sam Burns, to win, plus 3,300 for all of you amateurs. That's 33 to 1. And then finally, the Maestro, always off the beaten path a little bit. Sam Houston State, minus 11.5 over Southeast Louisiana. You heard his nugget on the shooting percentage. Come on. And then Rake. Did I say Rake? Drake, raking in the money, minus 9.5 tonight over Northern Iowa. And finally, Bradley Beal, over 30.5 points. My guess is when that clock turns into the fourth quarter, we've already taken it. You have your marching order. Oh, whoa. SportsLine plays of the day. You're right. I gave you 3, not just 1 today. Hawks plus 4. Marquette, Villanova over 139. Virginia, Georgia Tech over 127.5. You've now got your marching orders. Let's take all these tickets straight to the pay window for Rick Run Good, Rick G, for M Squared, for the Maestro, for Greg, and Chief. I am the coach. Your only place. Let's get it for your daily early edge. Good luck.